Hey everybody, it's Eric.
Hey everybody, it's Amanda.
We are D&E Miniature and Board Games. And as you said it earlier, Glenda, when you saw what we were unboxing tonight, we have got more of the Star Trek away missions to look at.
Yes, we have series of unboxing on the Star Treks.
We have been getting these since they've come out. And they have just recently jumped into the original characters. So we've got both the Scotty and the Kirk set. We're going to do Scotty first, and then we'll jump in and do Kirk.
Nice. So if you want to see Scotty,
stay tuned. Alright, so Star Trek away missions. This has been came out within the last year and a half. It's Gale Force 9. They have released several expansions, and now they're starting to get into the original series with Scotty and the Kirk set.
Must did good, probably. Too good to release more.
Or they already had them all ready to go. And
but it's Star Trek, though.
It's Star Trek, you know.
There's a lot of Star Trek.
It's a weird style of chibi figure almost.
Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of like the 2-inch army men that we used to get when we were in elementary school.
It's them, but it's not them. It's them, but it's not them type thing.
I'm sorry. So the first thing that showed up when it came up was red shirts with a bunch of dead red shirts.
Yes, so we know if you're wearing a red shirt.
Yeah. And then the other side is humanitarian aid. So, and then we got effective tribbles, adding tribbles, removing tribbles. So apparently, this can be trouble with tribbles as well. For those of you who are used to the original series of Star Trek. We do have counters here, tokens, lots of tribbles. And then we have Mr. Leslie, we have Scotty, we have Sulu, and Uhura. So that's who's going to be in this set. You have your cards for them. And if I remember correctly, you have your starter deck and you have the deck that you can mix cards in. So when you pull these out, make sure you're not mixing your cards up and you're keeping them separated, because it's kind of important later on in your life. This is your starter deck. And use these cards for your first games. Once you have played a few games, open the other deck of cards and start customizing your deck. So you get support cards and you get mission decks. They are color-coded, gold and black. We'll look at the support cards first, which obviously the tribbles. The one thing we've always talked about with this is that they use so much of the
real.
Yeah, they're not
from the actual movie show. They are pictures, and it's so nice to look at. You know, like it is.
And then we have the mission deck. But you're right, you don't see, they tend to use as many different pictures as they can. They spared no expense, folks.
I bet. Came from somewhere.
That line? A little bit of Jurassic Park there.
Movie nerd. Movie nerd time.
Spared no expense.
Oops, sorry. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
That you are really good in movies.
No, I think it was the word nerd, but that's fine. I will not disagree. Alright, so those are your starter decks. They're the ones that they want you to start out with and play with before you move on to
the next.
Mixing in other cards. Now, when they talk about mixing in other cards, these are the support deck that you can choose from.
It looks so good, though. That's what I like about
that. You know how many times Alan has said, Eric, you need to bring this up on a Monday so we can learn how, so we can play it.
True.
And now, who works on Mondays now? Me.
Yes.
All right, so that's the support deck for the ones you can add in, and this is the mission deck. Now these are after you played for a while. You can add some cards in if you want, and it will change the dynamics of how your team play. It's important to keep those separated. And figures. All right.
I see a horror.
Yep.
Right there.
Well, considering she's the only female in the team, the miniskirt gives her away.
Chocolate.
And Sulu, Mr. Leslie, and Scotty, right?
Scotty doesn't know.
So that's Sulu. That's Scotty, and this is Mr. Leslie.
Mr. Zulu.
I kind of think that they should have gone with Sulu with the fencing sword from that one episode, but
that's just him.
That's just me. But I do. A lot of people, when this first came out, they had comments about the
chibi one.
This type of figure. But I've always liked the.
Are the comments not good because it's not so much the likeness of the characters?
No, it's just the type of figure that they went with. It's kind of weird.
Are you talking about the material or how they're made?
The design.
Okay, as being chibi type thing.
Kind of chibi, but not chibi, yeah.
Yeah, it is and it's not.
I mean, they have big heads.
They are, and like stockier.
Stockier? Is that where we're going with? All right, we're going with stockier, like, folks.
You know, I mean, Uhura is super slim. She should be like this big or little.
So, we picked these up at Discover Games, but you don't have to pick them up at Discover Games. You don't want to. You can.
We suggest.
Or Dan Wolf Games, if he has them. But he's in Griffin, and, you know, Alan at Discover, he's in Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, so you can check them out.
If you choose. If you're in the area. If you, so desire, I guess that would be the...
Come visit Georgia.
And who knows, you know? Maybe we'll be there sometime.
One day, someday.
We do go there. We've been playing in Lobotomy lately.
Yes.
As always, for your local gaming, we support
Discover Games in Fayetteville, Georgia.
and Dan Wolf Games in Griffin, Georgia. Game on, everybody.
Game on.